Hello, hello, and welcome. I am super excited. I'm Shawanna Kennedy, and I am joined today by the lovely lady, Sha Cannon. And we were sitting here having a heart to heart, and we decided to do, we decided to do to hit the record button because we know that somebody, maybe you, or even you, might need to hear the information that we are discussing today. If you don't know her, she is a fractional COO and she helps to keep a bunch of CEOs their business in order to help make sure that they do what they need to do so that their teams, the people that are underneath them, can actually not bother the CEO, right? Shay can actually tell you even better than I what a COO actually represents, a fractional COO represents, because a lot of people, they've never heard of the term, even though they might have seen someone acting in that vein, in that position. But it is a very important space, and it is needed for a lot of employers. I know she is a part of a couple of masterminds. She definitely, she know her stuff, and her clients are six and well into the seven-figure clients. So being able to have and pause for the cost to have this conversation, this candid conversation with an entrepreneur, someone who is well on her way to seven figures in this year, okay? This year, seven figures. Did you hear me? Yes, I said seven figures because she handles her business and people really do lean in to see what it is that she has to offer and has to share. I have been privileged enough to even take and be in her midst for quite some time now. I have made the investment to be a part of one of her more recent cohorts, where she allow us to peel back the layers so that we can navigate as entrepreneurs, as CEOs, as business women and men, so that we can be better for the people that we get to serve. Because it's a privilege, it's an honor, and it's a blessing that we get to do those things. But we also have to have the right tools to be ready to do just that. Shay, can you say hello and let everybody know who you are and what that actually means to be a fractional COO?
No problem. Let me see if I can freak them out and look like this picture. Hey,
So
y'all.
you know what? Oh my God. So then I
I
need to
know,
put
right?
my glasses on.
Okay, so yes, I am a fractional COO, that's Chief Operating Officer for small business CEOs. And you may be familiar with what a Chief Operating Officer is in the C suite of a corporation, and the fractional may be throwing you off. Fractional just means that I work with more than one CEO. They get a fraction of my time, okay? And what I do is my goal and my purpose and my mission is to have more small business CEOs to build their business around what they want their freedom to look like, right? And how I do that is I do it by giving them clarity. I do it by giving them structure, and I do it by having shared leadership. So I'm in their business as a decision maker and a leader and a thinker, right? Not a doer, right? So not a doer. And it's amazing because I lead the way by doing and being where I want to take them, right? So I went first. So my freedom looks like living and working my business all over the world. I am currently living in Buenos Aires, Argentina. That is the tango and beef capital of the world, in case you didn't know that. And so I'm just really living my best life, right? I started off in the country of Belize. I was in Mexico for 3 years. And at the top of this year, I came here to Argentina and I'm enjoying it. Who knows where I will go next or when? That all of that is a part of my freedom. And so,
for those of you guys that may not know me, my name is Melody Bockelman. I am founder of Private Label Insider. And today we're going to talk about how to build a thriving brand.
Oh, you know what that is? A client video just got finished.
Wow, you see that? Even when she's pausing for the cause to have a conversation with me, you see she always working, right? Because she's always working for her clients. And as you can see, that's what happens, right? Yes. Yeah, you have in this last week. So if you don't, and if you are watching by way of Facebook, make sure you go over and check out Sha Cannon so that you can see what she recently has started is it's called what? Tea time with Shay, or 10 minutes, 10 minus 10 minus
T minus 10 minutes, T as in TEA, because I put that piece of content space in my morning routine where I drink tea in the mornings. So it's T minus 10 minutes. I give you at least 10 minutes. I'm trying to bring it down to 10 because I thought I was going to have a problem giving 10 minutes, but clearly I have a problem keeping it to 10. So it's been averaging 15 last week, the first week. This week we're closer to 10 by intention. So I'm just basically showing up, giving a little business banter on my balcony in Buenos Aires, right? And because I'm trying to help more people understand small business and how to make it grow and how to make it scale excellently, right? So in excellence, that's my thing. And how to create it around their freedom, giving them the knowledge, because what happens often is a lot of people are good at what they do. So they offer it as a service and then they grow, right? So there's this myth out there. The myth is that your number in revenue is what dictates whether or not you scaled, right? Mm-hmm. I have clients and I have access to 7-figure businesses that did not scale, they grew. How do we know the difference? Because if you're in your business and you're making money, you're going whatever, but you're overwhelmed, you're tired, nobody is doing things the same way every time, things are not happening the way that they should, things are slow when they should be faster. All of these things let me know that you grew, you did not scale. Because what is scale? Scale is growing in excellence by having resources and repeatable processes that allow for that excellence, right? And in that excellence, you should have freedom. So yeah. It's not a number. So we can hit $1 million and be around here unhealthy, stressed out, and about to pass out. Yeah. So that's not growth. I mean, that's not scale, that is growth. So it's not a revenue number attached to that. It's how is that thing going? How is it a well-oiled machine? That scale. Yeah. And so now, I'm sharing more and more.
I need them to see, because during our chat, we were talking about because not only does she help CEOs, but if you've been looking at anything that I'm doing online right now, you know, I'm big on graphics and content and all of that. And if you haven't registered, make sure you go and register. It's not a shameless plug for the webinar that's coming up with the Be Seen, Be Heard, and create more visibility in your business. But what she did, she had this special bag. So this is just like a sneak peek, right? And some of the things that you're going to see during this webinar. What she did was, because as a fractional COO and her living, you know, across the water right about now, you know, she believes in her job allows her to be anywhere and still work. That's the beauty of what it is that she gets to do, right? And we were talking about being online and the fact that she's not even a morning person. She's not a morning person, but when you want to grow and when you want to stretch and when you know that you're a scaler and you help others to scale, you do have to make some necessary adjustments. And because of that, and one of the things that she recently decided to do, she just mentioned the Facebook, so make sure you follow her on Facebook, okay? And knowing that when you wake up in the morning and sometimes your eyes a little puffy, your hair may not be the way that you want it to be, right? You need to make a decision to say, what hairstyle can get me to do what it is that I need to do and not make that an excuse. Also, what she showed me was I was complimenting her eyes. If you don't see behind her, you see the flower, right? The nails, look. She removed the excuses by saying, if her eyes are puffy, look, it's a pretty bag. Look at that. You got to change your glasses for us. We have to see at least you change.
Okay.
Change at least one. We got to see at least one.
Okay. Let's put the green in.
Look at that. Did that not pop? Here's the thing that we have to be okay to remove the excuses, right? Look, see, she really showing out right now. She's showing out. And it's showing you how even with the same hairstyle, even with the same shirt or whatever it is, it can give you that little bit of edge that can give you the confidence boost that you need to go ahead and deliver the information that you already know that you know how to deliver. So this is just something to show you, as you saw her just do and what she does all the time. I'm serious. If you don't know her, you need to get to know her, to show and help us as CEOs and entrepreneurs and businessmen and women to be better in what it is that we do, so we can continue to be of greater service to those folks that we get to serve. I love what you do, Shay. I love what you do. If you had to give, right, some help to someone that's even at the beginning of being, they just got their LLC, they excited, but they're a little frustrated. How would you help that person right now?
What I would tell them is that I need them to have, first and foremost, before they do anything, clarity in their business. A lot of people are having problems attracting the right people because you're not even clear, right? You're doing too many things and some of them are mismatched and you're just doing the best that you can. But if you can just stop for a moment. And I have this thing, and Shawanna and I have talked about it before, that I call the main thing. And I have a formula for it, right? So I need you to do one main thing, right? For one main type of person, solving one problem with one purposeful solution. Mm-hmm. Okay? If you can manage to do that to start, all of your efforts are going on to one thing for one kind of person, solving one problem with your one purposeful solution. So you're not diluting all of your efforts across all of these things, right? If you can do that, you will go further faster, right? Now, if you can add something to that, if you can know what is your mission, why do you want to serve that particular person and help them solve that particular problem and use that particular solution? What is your mission? And if you wrap everything around that mission, you will find that you get to where you want to go guided. You're not willy-nilly. You're not figuring out, oh, okay, well, she's not exactly who I wanted to help, but now that I find out that that person wants to buy something from me, now all of a sudden I start talking to people like them. No. So we have a couple of myths going on that have messed us up, right? And that is, people have told us, oh, if you're not talking to everybody, you're leaving money on the table. Well, actually, if you're trying to talk to everybody, you're actually talking to no one because no one is paying attention, right? Now, amazing how we don't know that as business owners. We act like we don't know. We act like we gotta talk to everybody so we can make all the money because we're not currently making any money. So I gotta talk to everybody so I have an opportunity to make all the money. You know, you don't know as a business owner. That's how you look. But as a consumer, you don't want Linda that got the watches and he got the do-rags and he can sell you some tires and he can sell you, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to deal with him. You would rather go to the place that's specific to selling what you need, right? That's how you buy, but it's not how you want to sell. Mm-hmm. But when you go to spend your money, right, you no longer just go to the dentist. If you want braces, you go to the orthodontist, right? If you want Invisalign, you go to the orthodontist that specializes in Invisalign. You see how it keeps niching down when you want to spend your money? Oh, but when you want to make money, all of a sudden it's everybody. It's not how it works.
Yeah.
It's not how it works.
So now, I told him that earlier, just a few minutes ago, that I've been a part of some of the amazing things and courses that you have provided. I've made the investment, right? Yes, because I understand the importance of the business, of my business of service. And because you were talking about the main thing, the one thing. And for a few of the folks that just might be, looking and watching, they know that I'm fortunate, I'm blessed to be multifaceted, right? People don't like that word, but I am of grace to be able to do a couple of things. And using me as the example without telling you ain't got to let them know how you beat me up behind the scenes. You ain't got to let them know all that. But using me as an example to then show or say how, like with me, with the speaking and even with this graphics side, this graphic arm of my business, how you are able, or how you kind of help me a little bit to really know what that main thing needs to be in this season. Because it's not that I still can't do one and or the other, but helping someone such as myself that has more than one thing that they actually do pretty good. They're pretty good at it.
Yeah. So what we know is, first of all, you're one person with a finite or a numbered a certain amount of time, right? You only have a certain amount of hours in a day for you to do something, right? So How you have to see it is, if I focus my time on one thing, then it can build traction and it can build momentum. And every time someone sees my social media, they see the same thing. So it's driven home. So the research says somebody has to see you doing the same thing 7 times before they'll buy from you, right? So if you are showing the watches one day and the do-rags the next day and the car tires the next day, then what happens is, if you attracted me on the watch day and I come back on the do-rag day, I might not even remember why I followed you, but I know I don't need a do-rag, so unfollow. You know what I'm saying? And so what we have to do is understand, when we don't have a main focus, we dilute our focus. Mm-hmm. And what happens when you dilute something? Think about water. When water comes straight at you one way, it comes fast, hard, strong. But as you start sending water into different pipes, diluting it, you're diluting the strength, you're diluting the amount of it, right? It's going to take it longer to get to the end. Mm-hmm. That's what you're doing when you're being multi-passionate.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's not enough of you to go in each one of those to make any one of them successful, as much as if you had to just put all of you into one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only way I can do it where I don't beat you.
Don't tell it all. Don't tell it all. We want to share with them everything.
So I felt like if I keep it general and I give people a reference for it, right? Because another thing that we're taught, right, is if you are in this entrepreneurial space and you have been to these summits and conferences, or you have taken some type of coaching or whatever, for the longest time, the coaching told us, oh, you need DIY, DWY, and you need DFY. So you need some stuff for the do-it-yourself people. You need some stuff for the doing with you people, which sometimes those can kind of be the same. They're kind of in the same arena. But when you're talking about done for you people, they're by themselves. Okay, they're by themselves. But guess what happens? You're trying to serve all three. What happens is those are actually different solutions, different problems for different people, right? But we think that because overall it's the same problem and we think it's the same solution, that we're doing one thing, right? We're doing one thing. However, for example, in my consulting side, I get in that business and I do the operations. I manage it for them. On the course side, I show you how to do it and I hold your hand and do it with you, right? So if I now want to do a Facebook ad, okay? If I want to do a Facebook ad and I do it for done for you, what happens is the done with you and do it yourself people, which there are way more of, look at that ad and they're like, oh, she don't work with people like me, right? Mm-hmm. If I want done for you and I have, hey, here's a downloadable of a checklist to make sure you're doing it right when you do it. Them done for you people like, I ain't gonna do that. I hire people to do that. Like, well, I don't need that. You're not for me. Pick one, right? Pick one. And what you're doing is, this is the key. Because some people think that when I tell them to have one thing that is the public face of who they are, who they serve, and how they serve it, they think what I'm saying is when other people come to them, they can't make that money. That's not what I said. Mm-hmm. What I said was your public facing marketing needs to be one thing so that you are remembered. You are the go-to for that thing. I don't really market that I'm taking clients for my services. That could be a pitch. That's word of mouth. That's not my marketing. My marketing is going to be for my course. So I'm making money all kinds of ways in the background, but in the foreground, what the public sees is going to be this course. So there will be no confusion. There will be super clarity. Everybody will know that today what I'm selling is the same thing I'm going to sell next week. It's the same thing I'm going to sell next quarter. It's the same thing I'm going to sell at the end of the year. So they feel confident that there's not switcheroos going on. Because for some of you, the reason why people are scared to buy from you is because you keep selling different things. And I'm not telling you not hustle to get your money. It's plenty of times people took projects and jobs behind the scene that they're not willing to do for everybody, but it's helping them, right? It's helping them to keep money coming into the business. Make your money, boo. But don't all of a sudden say, oh, by the way, I'm not just a fractional COO. Look, I'm selling paparazzi, right? Oh, by the way, I don't just be a fractional COO and sell paparazzi. I'm selling these cakes. They taste good, y'all. Well, what that means is you must not be too good at any one of those things, is what they're going to think. You're doing all the things because you're not good at one. So you don't want to get that, right? Now, behind the scenes, all of your social media, your website, all of that stuff can say fractional COO. But behind the scenes, baby, if you need to sell that cake to make this rent, sell that cake. But don't put it on your website. Don't put it on your social media. Sell the cake. So yeah, the way you make your money and what is your brand is two different things, right? Yeah. So until your brand takes off, which is not going to really take off if you got 7 to 5 things going on. But if you focus on marketing just your brand to the public and you're keeping yourself afloat by making money in diverse ways, you do that. But what you're doing is you're prioritizing the brand so that it's able to grow and it's able to one day take care of everything. And now you don't have to sell a cake. You can just sit on your cake and make that money.
Thank you. Look, you better sit on that cake. You better bake that cake and eat it too. Yeah, I appreciate you so much for pausing to have this conversation with me, because I know you're very busy. You're very busy, and the things that you have helped to stretch me.
Yes. Definitely. Uh-oh, I think either I'm not live anymore or Shawanna's not live. I'm not sure.
What happens, and that's why you have to say that. What it is because I don't know if it's rainy here. And the thing is, we have to be able to make the necessary adjustment. You see that if anybody is watching this and you wonder what the heck just happened, right? What happened was really honestly beyond either one of our control. It was not me, nor was it her. And life will show up like that and will throw you a monkey wrench, not monkeypox, but a monkey wrench. And you have to be okay to make the adjustment and to keep going. I didn't say that I did not acknowledge what just happened, right? But it was beyond either one of our control. But we have to know how to call it what it is and keep moving. Because anybody that know me, I'm big on you being more self-aware. Because if you're self-aware, then you can have that uncomfortable conversation with yourself to say, you tripping right now. Or you do need to go and make an investment in what you've been sitting on. And so that is a clear case of part of what this is. And that was the perfect example. Because over here, he doesn't get the victory over here, because we get a choice how we have to stop us, instead of saying, regardless, I'm keeping it moving. I'm making this work. Right. So I want to thank you, Shay. I do. And in our conversations where you watching me, what have you seen in the last 6 months? What could you tell somebody? They don't even know. They don't know Shawanna. They don't know Kennedy Media. They don't know anything about me speaking, singing, writing a book, none of that. What would you do from a person that has watched me and actually has had me as a part of some of the things that you've had going on, even being invited to be a speaker in one of your summits, which I'm grateful for. That was so much fun. Help them to know me a little bit. If they just looking right now and I'm there, look, these are some of your people that could even be watching this. And it's like, who is that anyway? Who is Shawanna?
So Shawanna Kennedy, because we say the full name around here, Shawanna Kennedy is definitely multifaceted. She's definitely multi-passionate. She's definitely multi, right? So she's the most around here. But what I love about Shawanna is she can help people in so many areas just by her being, right? So what she recognizes is Shawanna and I are a lot alike in that we have a big presence, right? It's not hard for us to show up and take up space and serve that way. But what we recognize and what she recognizes is everybody's not like that. So what she does is she will not leave you behind. So if she see you hiding, right? If she sees you trying to be smaller, she's going to bring you up, right? So what she's going to do is she's going to lend you her strength. She's going to lend you her boldness. She's going to lend you her confidence, right? Because what we know is the people who are blessed with those gifts go further. So when you're not blessed with the gifts and it's not easy for you, you need a little more help to get that out, or you need a little more of a start, a push, something to help you get some momentum, because you're still going to need to do it. So when she was talking about, adapting, right? Keep your eye on your goal, and whatever you have to do, if you have to switch out your glasses or put on glasses, right? If you have to hold somebody's hand so that you can stand there a little more, right? Whatever you have to do, we need you to do it, because your success is on the other side of it. So what I love about you, Shawanna, is you're willing to help people bridge that gap from where they are to where they want to be in different ways. And so that's what I love about you. But your recent offer that has to do with this very platform that we're on, right? StreamYard, is amazing, because this offer that you're doing under Kennedy Media is helping those same people, right? You need to go live, people. Shawanna and I were talking about before we came on that the way that content goes is there is a hierarchy to this thing. Like at the lowest is written content. So y'all like to write and type and okay, that's cute, but you need something else, right? The next level is going to be photos and graphics. So you quick to do a graphic or a photo of somebody else, but you're not in the photo. But okay. But above that is going to be audio, but you're afraid to go live with your voice, or you're afraid to record it. You don't like to hear yourself. Oh, okay. The next level is going to be video. Oh, God forbid I have to show my face and other people get it on the recording, right? But on top of that, it's going to be live streaming. If you want to be successful with your business, if you want to be successful in spreading your voice, okay, whatever that is, even if it's not business, say your purpose is helping kids do something. Your purpose is helping other women do something. You have to stand up and have a voice. You have to amplify that voice to reach more people. And you can do that with content, but you have to show up for yourself first. So not only can she help you with your graphics and help you get started on StreamYard, she can help you with your confidence, which is what you're going to need to actually utilize these things. See, some of y'all think that because you went ahead and bought the subscription to StreamYard and you went ahead and got you a cute little graphic like this one she got down here, that you're ready to go, but you won't never hit the go live button. So you just need a little extra help, and she got it for you. So when I tell you I am so proud of that offer that you have, because I know that if people just lean in to come and get this confidence and then get these tools and use it to amplify their voice, people that's waiting on that transformation will be helped, because it's about more than just them, just like you're doing things to make it about more than just you. So when I want to introduce you, that's what I want everybody to know.
Thank you. Look, I'm blushing, but look, I have to be over here moving arms and hands and all of that stuff too. Thank you so much, Shay. I am a little bit stronger. My look, I ain't gonna flex. I ain't raising my arms, y'all. I ain't doing that on here, but I'm definitely a little bit stronger, and it does. And when you have iron, needs to definitely sharpen iron, and you have to be okay to get around people that are doing some of the things that you want to do. And if they're doing the same thing, you would want to hope that they could share something that make what you do accent it just even a little bit better, because we have to be okay to be life learners, because I don't want to stay where I am. I definitely, even a month, 30 days from now, I want to be able to say and have something to mark off to say that I'm better than I was even yesterday. One of the things you often hear me say is doing something today that your future self will thank you for. And I want to right now even thank myself for the things that I've done to even get me here. And we have to be okay to even say that. Some people be like, well,
Look, come through, Snoop Dogg, accept your award and say, I would like to thank myself.
You know what? Come on here, throw. I may have to throw that little sound music in there. Don't play with me. Don't take me a minute to be the added the sound effect in here, right? Right.
Yes, yes.
It is. You really do in society and people around us would have us to not be okay to, on occasion, at least compliment yourself, pat yourself on the back for the efforts that you are making. Yes. Confidence is built. Confidence is built. And that means we have to constantly be doing something, not be cocky, but you could definitely be confident in your abilities. And if you need to be around people that allow you to still shine and not just be tolerated, then that's what you need to do. Part of this, I was excited to have this conversation with someone who truly I did, while we were in the midst of this interview, put out there the own her shift, because Sha Cannon has truly owned her shift.
Yes, right? Yes.
We have to acknowledge some of the shiznit, right? Right. I heard a young lady, I don't want to miss her name, but she talked about it, right? With some of that crap, some of that stuff, it's shame, it's hurt, it's insecurity. It's those things that are holding you back. And it is time for you to stop making excuses and do something. Get off your do something and do something. Own it. If you're a man, do something. Man up. It's time for us to all be doing something. There's something that we all could be doing different. Something all we could. Matter of fact, you got to do it so you'll even know what to course correct. Right? Yeah. I'm excited.
I always say there's an education in the doing. So while you sit there trying to perfect theory, you still don't know anything until you start doing it. You're going to be like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson say everybody got a plan until they punch in the face. So your plan, come on now. Even in the Christendom, right? They say you want to make God laugh, tell them your plan. You got to get out here and do stuff. You got to get out here and do it. A plan is not enough. A plan is to be executed. A plan is just a start. Got to do.
If you had to say one thing as we get ready to get out of here, because I know she got to go, what would you leave our viewers with right now? I'm about to get off here so they can look at you for 60 seconds. What would you leave the viewers with today?
Okay. What I would love to bring you viewers into the know with is right now who you are with what you have and how you can do it right now with nothing else is enough. You are enough. Where you are is enough. What you have is enough. So let's get started. Because at the end of the day, all of our purpose involves a transformation for someone else. And so people are waiting on the transformation that only you can give, the way that only you can give it. So while you're out here feeling like you're not enough, while you're out here saying, well, wait until I get this, or let me wait until I do that, let me wait until I have. No. Right now, who you are, where you are, with what you have, you are enough. So don't have these people waiting on their transformation when you are enough right now. That's what I want to leave you with.
Boom. 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 See, she gives what she calls it now, like zingers. She gives zingers. So make sure if you not, follow me, send me a message, say, hey, who was that you were talking to? I want to know her. I want to follow her, because really, if you're a CEO, if you're an entrepreneur, businessman or woman, she be dropping some gems that make you say, oh my God, I really need to tighten up. I need to tighten up my ship. Look, I was nice right there. I was nice.
That was good.
I need to tighten up my ship, right?
Yeah.
She has a lot of amazing things going on and some exciting stuff coming down the pipe. So stay tuned, lean in. We're not done. We're definitely going to have her back as she brings some of that other stuff that she is cooking in the kitchen to the forefront. But I want you to know that I definitely love you and I appreciate you. Look, I'm hippopotamus happy that you paused for the call to stop by and have a conversation with little old me. And look, we get to do this, and it's a privilege. And I want to thank you publicly, because I give you all your props privately, but publicly I want to thank you for being just the woman who you are, and really just allowing God to use you the way that you have allowed him to use you. And I'm the greater because I've had the opportunity to get to know you. And so
thank you. I received that.
So make sure you be sure to like, share, and follow, and share this with somebody that you know that needs this information and needs to get to know my special guest today, the lovely Sha Cannon. And you know what? We will see you guys next time.